That down. Let's move on to this, shall we? You know, YouTube is not just a social media platform. It is actually the number one streamer in the world. It's not Disney Plus, it's not Netflix, it's not the number one streaming platform in the world is YouTube. And a few years ago, YouTube started to try to shift a little bit. I still remember the first time YouTube put out an app for your TV where you could actually watch YouTube on your TV. As a matter of fact, back in the AMC days, as we were going, I started, I gave out a mandate to our guys at AMC, which was, let's start making the show look optimized on a television screen. Let's not worry as much about the phone, although most people watched, AMC Movie Talk at the time on the phones. But I said, let's really optimize for a television screen because we're treating this show like a TV show more than anything else. Let's go that way. But more and more, YouTube has been going that way. And now, according to The Verge, it is now for the first time ever, YouTube is saying YouTube is most watched now on TVs. This comes from The Verge, who wrote, it's official. People are spending more time watching YouTube on their TVs than on their phones. In the platform's annual letter, YouTube CEO Neil Mohan revealed that viewers are watching more than 1 billion hours of YouTube content on their TVs every day. For the past 2 years, YouTube has maintained its position as the most watched streaming service in the US, according to data from Nielsen, and for good reason. The company's made some significant tweaks to its TV app to make the platform look like a full-blown TV service, which is true. When you load up now your YouTube app on your television, It looks more akin to an Amazon Video app or a Tubi app or something than it does to the phone app of YouTube. And they've really been more going. And by the way, with them having made changes to like Google Movies, now you get those on YouTube. Mm-hmm. You know how I access and watch my digital movies now? It's through the YouTube app. I go to the movies thing, and that's where all the movies I've bought over the years are now right there in my YouTube app. And I just fired. I was on a plane coming back from Canada recently. And I say, oh, look, I just watched this whole series and I still have 3.5 hours to go on this flight. Fired up YouTube, went to my movie thing, and I watched Batman versus Superman and got the whole thing. They have really been, and now there are being TV shows being made exclusively for YouTube. You can buy episodes of TV right in YouTube. And so, Chris, I wonder, as we look at this, and we are a YouTube show as well. Mm-hmm. I think this marks a significant shift that YouTube is no longer just the mobile video watching app. It still is that in many ways, but I mean, it is now the number one watched home entertainment app in general. How do you think this might affect like TV shows, movie studios and their approach and how they figure where people will ultimately later on be watching our content and how much of a change you think this will make in our viewing habits?
Well, we've already seen it a little bit, at least in marketing for standard television and movies,
right,
where we've seen so many celebrities go on to popular YouTube channels and go use them as a way to connect with the audiences out there to go, oh, hey, by the way, I've got a new movie, I've got a new TV show. Hot Ones obviously is the king of this. We saw this incredible marketing push with Ben Schwartz doing all this stuff for Sonic, where he was on almost everyone's YouTube channel. He was doing Let's Plays. He was doing last meals. He was doing all kinds of stuff. And I feel like that's a great way that people are going to be connecting to audiences, and studios are going to be more
Hot
hands-on.
Ones is a great example of that.
I think studios are really going to push for that kind of more online viral marketing. I mean, Rob and I were just talking about this accidentally in the last topic of what did you watch last night? YouTube. I didn't watch a TV show. I didn't have the bandwidth to watch anything else. And I went, I just want to watch some cooking videos. It's 9 p.m.
So many times.
Yeah, I want to watch something that's 20 minutes and digestible and not riddled with ads. That is an issue, though. Certain channels have so many ads and then certain built-in ones. But I feel like this is the way that most people consume their media. We also see people getting their news from YouTube, not only pop culturally, but about world news as a whole. Because I think a lot of people don't subscribe to traditional media anymore when it comes to how they consume news. We have people getting it from socials, from YouTube, from any of these various platforms. It's a really big thing that's happening of how YouTube is really dominating how people consume media as a whole. And I think traditional studios are going to start looking to what is it that draws people to this? Is it the parasocial aspect of it? how you feel like, oh, I'm hanging out with my friends and I'm in their living room essentially? Is it the way that these shows are being presented? Is it the formatting? Is it the length? I think we're going to see a lot more of these studio heads trying to break down what the special sauce is and try to implement it into their own shows.
And you know what? Some real key updates they've made to the TV app. It always used to drive me crazy when I couldn't jump in and see the description or see any of the comments.
Yeah.
They just recently added that to the YouTube app.
You can
on
do the
television.
live chat feed too.
Yeah.
Yes. I mean, so they've done a lot. Rob, what are some of the ways you see this influencing things?
Well, to me, it's really interesting. I think what YouTube has done has completely, like, for news programs. I mean, you look at the long form, like this show being one of them, but people like Joe Rogan. I watch a lot of political commentary from both sides or all sides of the spectrum because you have long sit-down interviews of people. I think that was Rogan's popularity is he can have all kinds of people from all walks of life, whether it's a comedian, whether it's a wrestler, whether it's a political figure, whether it's a scientist, and sit down and talk to them for 3 hours. Traditional media can't do that. And, I think what happened was you see the traditional media has gone by the wayside. They're gone because you can't, 5-minute sound bites on a news show doesn't cut it anymore. And I think people, look, tutorials are on YouTube. If you want to know how to do anything, I mean, if I want to know how to run a computer program or you do a graphics program, someone has made a tutorial about it, and I can figure out how to do it in 5 minutes. I mean, you literally, it's not just entertainment; it is a repository of how to live your life. Like if I want,
That's dangerous.
if I want to cook, like if I was a young man and it would be a great dating option because I'd be like, okay, I want to cook a meal for a lady and look cool. You can go to YouTube and figure out how to cook a meal very quickly. It doesn't matter what you want to find out. Language, everything is on YouTube. Everything. And I just love the fact that it's user-generated content.
And it kind of drives home the fact that, well, I don't have my phone in front of me. Let's say this was a phone. Our primary thing, like I remember back, like even 5-6 years ago, says everybody's going to be watching their movies on their phone. Everyone's going to watch movies on their phone. I'm like, if people have a choice, sitting on their couch and watching their TV or doing this to watch a movie, no one's going to do that. And I think this trend and this new data is kind of showing we want to consume it on our main media consumption tool, which is our television.
Well, John, the Three-Body Problem, the Chinese version of the Three-Body Problem, which is like 30 episodes, was on Tencent's YouTube channel. Like I was able to go back and watch it 2 years ago. It's got great English subtitles. I got to watch the show. Where else would I have been able to see that? And it was free.
Guys, we want to thank a sponsor of today's episode, PrizePicks. All right, sports fans, All-Star Weekend is almost here, and if you're not on PrizePicks, you're seriously missing out. It's the easiest and most fun way to turn your basketball knowledge into real money. With over 10 million users already playing, why not you? PrizePicks is a skill-based daily fantasy game. You just pick more or less on player projections. You think Steph Curry's hitting more than 5 threes or Giannis dropping more than 35 points? Make your picks in under 60 seconds, and if you hit, you could win up to 1,000 times your cash. Ann and I have been using PrizePicks on football all year, but now we're switching over to basketball. And we like Jason Tatum getting more than 29 points. And now that Luka Doncic is on the Lakers, I'm going to take over on 8 assists. And the best part is, even if you miss one pick, PrizePicks Flex Play lets you still cash out. And hey, don't forget about Taco Tuesday. Each week, PrizePicks discounts select player projections by up to 25%, giving you even more chances to score big. Download the app today and use the code CAMPEA to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. Again, download the app today and use that code CAMPEA to get $50 instantly after you play your first $5 lineup. PrizePicks, run your game. All right, guys, question is for you. What do you think about this? Are you, like me, somebody who, like 95% of my YouTube video watching is on my television in my living room or on my TV in my bedroom?
Yeah.
I very rarely watch YouTube videos now on my phone or anything like that. Maybe you're still a little more old school that way. Maybe you still do primarily watch YouTube videos on your phones. A lot of people still do. Whatever you guys think, jump down to the comments section below and let us know your thoughts. Hey guys, thanks so much for watching this video. Make sure you like the video, leave a comment, and subscribe to our channel. And don't forget, we have a daily podcast called the John Campea Show podcast, available on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or your favorite podcasting app of choice. Go and subscribe to it today so it'll be there when you need it.